Hi, everybody. I'm not sure. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Cute top. I went shopping yesterday and I got this, so of course I had to wear it. Really quickly. I'm gonna mute everybody. I'm gonna be a control freak. I hope you guys, it's good to see everybody. I know more people will hop on. I went to vacuum my daughter's room and I shorted out half the house. So my Wi-Fi went off and I couldn't figure out why it was asking me to authenticate my non-secure system. And I was just like, so I figured out I had blown a circuit. Everyone will be on. Let's see, it's recording. Yep. And I'm going to make this really quick. Hey guys, I love seeing your faces. This week we're going to just touch on team culture, and I hope that you guys have seen what's kind of starting to take place, starting this new movement of reconnecting and forming relationships within our team, because honestly, that's the heart of it. I'm going to plug my computer in because I drained the battery. That is truly the heart of this business. And while we focus on the numbers and the rank and everything, if that's all we're focused on, then we're missing the big picture and we're not going to be able to build deeply for longevity. And I know that we place focus and we put recognition when people hit ranks and when people hit Success Club and when people hit certain benchmarks in their business, and that's true. But we also put a huge emphasis on what's happening in ourselves, personal development, and also, who's stepping out of their box and posting those transformation pics, because you guys, that's the things we can see and touch and feel. And so those are the things that I want to make sure we're connecting with as we move forward. And if you didn't see my personal page, I had a chat with Micah Folsom, if you know that name. She's a sweetheart. But she and I connect on a different level. I'm older than her. We have kids. So similarities there as moms, right? But business-wise, we both became top 10 coaches in our first full year as coaches. That's not duplicatable. That's not normal. We are weirdo wackos. We understand that. And to expect our entire team of coaches to just magically do that is impossible and dumb. And so I got to know Micah when she had already hit top 10, and I was listening to her story and I was like, that's us. Like, that's our team. And so now that you hit that, it's like getting the Mercedes when you turn 16. What's next? Like, hello? What's next is you learn to appreciate it. You learn to use it, and you learn to really enjoy that car or your team or this business for the long haul, because you understand you have experienced the mountaintop. And so you want everybody else to experience that mountaintop with you, but their story's not the same as yours. Their journey's not the same as yours, and you can't expect that, or else you're just a ding-dong. So as we're having this conversation, I said, all right, let's talk team culture. And she said, oh my gosh. Okay, and tell me if this hits like the nail on the head with anybody here. So she said, oh my gosh, after that first year's top 10, I was driven, numbers, Success Club, rank, yay. And my team went silent, and they couldn't even relate. I had become unrelatable. I'm speaking as Micah, but I'm kind of speaking as me. I'd become unrelatable, and my team didn't know how to live up to what our team had accomplished, if that makes any sense. So then I said, okay, what changed? As I'm brainstorming and already knowing what's going on in our team, she said, I had to get back to relationships, to those reaching out to my coaches, to the leaders, to forming everybody getting to know one another and remembering that this is a family and we were brought together for a purpose. Like, this wasn't just a chance that you joined this team. I don't believe that. There's a absolute 100%, no doubt purpose that this team, these people, all of that. So it's interesting that she's saying all that, because that's exactly where I've figured out that we are. So as a team, our team culture needs to change. If you have been scared of me, stop, because someone said that. If you have thought I was unapproachable, stop, because I'm a dork. Like, I just got out of the shower and I'm sweating bullets because I went from hot to now sweaty in the sun. I don't have, this is see-through, so if I stand up, I'm an open book. Don't be scared of success. Don't be scared to get to know successful people, because guess what? Success is kind of fake, because the only reason that you think I'm successful is because of this team. So if you decided that you can't reach a certain level in your business and you can't achieve something, that is all you, because nobody told you that. I'm pretty sure everything you've heard since you became a coach was you can do anything that you set your mind to. This is your opportunity. This is your chance to do great things. So the roadblocks, the hurdles are all self-imposed because you've decided that you can't be that person. You're not supposed to be that person. You're supposed to be you. So hello, stop that. But that was something Micah said. She was like, my team stopped relating to me, and I had to remember that my journey was completely different than everybody else's, and I can't expect everyone to become a top 10 coach in their first year. It just doesn't happen. So we talked about getting together like this, making team calls, kind of I need you to be there, because this is one of the things that builds your business. This is one of the things that is those business building activities. So even if you watch the recording, as long as we're on the same page today, good. But if you're not here, you're not doing the business building activities. And I reached out to some of my coaches this week, and I offered them a challenge. And it was, we're gonna check in with each other on our personal development. We're going to share what's working. We're going to make a commitment to be on the team calls and on the National Wake Up Call, and we're gonna hit Success Club. And I had a couple of coaches say, well, what if I don't? What are you going to do? And I was like, what am I going to do? Well, I'm not your mom, not your boss. I can't take your phone away like I did my daughter, who threw a bloody fit, by the way. So please don't throw a bloody fit. I'm going to be real with you and say, if you don't do the business building things, and if you don't invest in this team, you're the one who misses out. And the team misses out because they don't get to know you, and they don't get to hear your story, and they don't get to celebrate your transformation, and they don't get to participate in your journey. So the only person you're hurting or you're affecting, well, it's not the only person. I'll go deeper. The people that you're affecting when you don't show up are you, your family, and the lives that you are going to affect. But the team is going to grow. The people are going to step up no matter what. So that's the kind of the culture that I want to make sure that we're creating is we are all here to support one another. We are all here to be like your best buddies, but with tough love, to make sure that you understand this is the same opportunity for everybody who signs up and pays that $15.95 every month, gets their Shakeology, and has a physical and mental and emotional and whatever transformation and shares it. It's the same opportunity, but it's what you do with it. Are you sharing it? Are you being real? If you're scared to share, then please invest in personal development before you start inviting people. Because if you have some stuff you need to work through, there's no reason why you should be inviting people to this opportunity to be their coach. You got to work on you first and then get comfortable with inviting. And by the way, inviting is not easy. It's not cut and dry. It's not every time you invite someone, they're going to say, yeah, I'm there. It's hard. But this is part of your story. This is part of your journey. So it's just fun to see people pop on the screen that you haven't seen in years. So it's really fun. But that's what we're talking about today. I'm going to share a graphic after this call that talks about the steps to team culture. And it talks about people stepping up to lead. If you have gifts and talents, yes, share. It talks about being positive and encouraging. It talks about forming relationships and being invested in the whole team. And it just talks about being present. Team culture is what we want others to be attracted to. I know for a fact that the people on this screen were attracted to the family aspect of this, to the encouragement, to the small group, to the daily accountability and encouragement. And so if we stop doing that because of our own insecurities and our own inhibitions, we stop being relatable. We stop being relevant. And we want to be relatable and relevant to everybody who's looking for a fit fam or everybody who's looking for that group of people who's going to encourage them and motivate them and be their cheerleader and be their confidant and be that iron sharpening iron. That's what we want. So we've got to show up on those with those daily tasks, and we've got to do the hard things and form those relationships. But then take it one step further. I had a coach today say, man, I sent out so many invitations and I'm so excited, but I just can't recruit to save my life. And I said, well, are you sharing the opportunity? Or are you just sharing your transformation and your story? And she's like, you're right. I'm not sharing that part. So you can't just share one part. You can't just be, I'm not picking on anybody, but you can't just, this is me. You can't just be all personal development and no sharing an invitation. And you can't just be all sharing an invitation and no personal development. It all goes together. And so you've got to figure out the balance. And something that I've started doing, I seriously am like, swing. This morning, got my kids off to school. Jackson gets on the bus at 7:15. So here we go. Got my notepad out, and I started writing down my daily tasks. Now, I mean, some of it was like, I need to call so-and-so. I need to set up this appointment. I need to do this. But the other things were check in with challenge group, this much time. Check in with challengers, this much time. Check in with da-da-da. Like, give yourself time limits. And I was giving a new coach the power hour. And I started thinking, this is just a amplified power hour or power hours. So however much time that you have to devote to your business, set time limits. If you have 4 hours, and 4 tasks, you could spend an hour on each task or break it up, 20 minutes on each, and then give yourself some time to build some relationships. But factor that in too. Set 20 minutes for invites. Set 20 minutes for follow-ups. Set 20 minutes for checking in with your challengers. But do that for yourself and make sure that you are structured enough to stick with it. Now that's the hard part, because I can fall down a rabbit hole and look up and I'm like, oh dang, that was 2 hours ago. What the heck have I done with my life? Nothing. And that's really, really important. I have certain coaches who want me to check in on them. Like, their love language is words of affirmation. So I need to be purposeful and go check on those coaches and just say, you're awesome. I love your picture. Whatever. Some who just work like workhorses and you never have to really do anything, but it's nice to have that personal contact with them. So with your coaches, are you communicating with your coaches every day? And maybe you don't have coaches yet, but you will. So be mindful that you need to complete and what's the word I'm looking for? You need to make sure and you still treat your coaches like they're people, not like they're just a number and an active status to keep you at rank. Check in on them. Look at the last conversation you had. If they were struggling, ask them how they're doing now. Continue the conversation. Maybe they had a death in the family. Ask how they're doing. Maybe they were sick or they had a sick kid. This is a relationship business, guys. And we've got to make sure that we are making that part important. The other stuff is us. We show up for our workouts. We make sure that we are doing the 4 vital behaviors. And if you don't know what those are, you should, but they are be a product of the product, personal development, what are the other 2? Recognition. I've muted all of you, so that's really not right. My mind just went blank. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm just completely blank. Be a product of the product, duh. Like, show up. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're doing those 4 things daily. If you are, you're moving forward with you. Other people are going to see it. You might not even ever have to say anything. But I just want to make sure that we're doing that for each other, that we're holding each other accountable to those things, and that we're showing up and showing people that we're doing those things. I did take some notes when I talked to Micah. It's important that we involve each other in, like, hey, I've got this great idea. Who wants to join me? Hey, I have this idea for a challenge group and it's never been done before, but you want to come with me? You want to brainstorm it. Share game plans with people. You know, if we're doing a sneak peek tomorrow, if anybody would like to revamp it, maybe not tomorrow's, but if anybody would like to revamp our sneak peek, let's do it. This is not just my team. This is our team. And I want to make sure that you guys feel like you have a voice in that and you are affecting change. Or if you see something that you're like, we could do that better, let's do it better. But I invite you to have input. I invite you to give suggestions and be a part of the change that we're doing right now. My words are just garbled and dumb right now. I sound dumb. And I want to invite you guys to plug in where you want to. Maybe you want to do recognition. Maybe you love making graphics. Maybe you love doing different things for the team. I'm not sure what that is, but you guys all have unique gifts and talents, and I don't want you to ever feel like you're squashed. Maybe you want to share scripture every day. Maybe you want to share a song. Maybe you want to make a video where you're sharing a song. I don't know. I fully invite you to come and sing on our page about Beachbody and about transformations, because I really want this to be a free place. I want the team culture to be fun, encouraging, but I also want you to understand that we are here for a purpose. And so we're doing those daily things together and encouraging one another in growth, okay? Because something that we've gotten away from, and I was told it's because I'm intimidating, unapproachable. This is fun to hear, right? But I'm sharing with you guys. And too successful to be relatable, okay? That people start to do their own thing because they don't want to come to me or the team page and mess up see, I don't even understand. So stop it. If there's something that you want to invest in our team page, it's our family. It's where we come. It's our home base. It's where I post dorky videos, where I share what I'm thinking about and what I'm hoping we grow into. But it's also a place where you guys share. And I love what Kimberly is doing. And if you have not found a stranger, please go find a stranger, because I love that she was like, you guys, I really feel like we're missing the relationship. And I was like, yes. So we're getting to know our team again, because as it does get bigger, we do lose contact and we forget that we're all part of one big team. We're not just these little pockets all over the place. If we treat our team like that, we don't grow together. We don't, because we're not sharing ideas, we're not sharing encouragement, we're not sharing the excitement of new coaches. And so it's really important that we need to gather all the lambs and bring them back to one place and make sure we're all in the same pen. I just called you all animals, I'm sorry, but it was the best analogy I could think of at the time. So I want to be spontaneous, I want to change our team call time, because some people can't do days. But if more people can get on in the evening, then great, let's do that. I've worked out a carpool system for my kids, I think, and I can do that, but I couldn't figure it out until school and soccer started. I want as many people present because there's so much more energy when we're all on together. I mean, it's so fun to see your faces, people I haven't seen in a while, and I love it. And I want you guys to make these times together vital, because when we are together, there's more energy and there's more growth and you feel connected to these people. This is how I started as a coach, talking to all my coaches, and we laughed and we were silly. We took pictures and we shared dorky things. That's how we became close. We became friends. That's what I want for you guys. I want for all of us. And so and that's the other thing, sharing without any awkwardness. Maybe I say, hey guys, I'm live, jump on. And you're like, get on. I don't care what you look like. I have literally made a call from the shower before because someone called me and I wasn't in. Okay, Biz is looking at me like I'm crazy. But they called me and I was wrapped in a towel. So I was literally like, hey, so I'll be right there. And she died laughing. It was Tara. She will never forget that it was a Zoom call with 4 people. And I was running late. I know, it's weird that I'm late. And so she's like, I can't believe that you're in your towels. I'll be right there. Hello, how funny. Dork, be spontaneous. Nothing, well, it would be awkward if you were naked, but please don't be naked. But I just want to say, there's no awkwardness in asking questions and sharing and having ideas. Nothing. Don't feel like you have to ask permission to raise your hand. Mother, may I? This is our team, and your idea may be the best thing we've ever heard and never thought of, you know? And so doing these little pods and doing these get to know exercises are only going to make us stronger. And Kimberly has more exercises. She's like, you guys, she says, Lauren, I have a big thing coming, and I trust her. I am excited to see what she's doing because she is totally invested in growing this team deeper. Kimberly is a life coach, and she's working closely with me, and it's hard for someone to be straight with you, but with love, but you know her heart is good, and she only wants the best for the entire team. So it's really interesting to work with someone who tells it like it is and brings out kind of that leader in you. It's really fun and scary and awkward and awesome. So I just wanted to take a few minutes, and just kind of check in with you guys and talk about, what's happening. We do the sneak peek tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. I know that's kind of a weird time, but again, I have soccer and I'm carpool and I couldn't get out of it. So it's one of those things, you just make it happen. If anybody wants to help, please help me, because I will be literally posting from my phone. I've saved everything, and I just set timers and I post and interact, and that's what I've done for a while because we're always at soccer. But it'd be fun to do it with somebody, make it fun. And I've heard people do hangouts and they like have their wine, or they are silly in their pajamas. It can be silly and fun and show the heart of our team. So we have those things, and our new coach training is pretty dang awesome. That new coach training academy with Vimify, I'm loving it. I'm getting an email every day, and it has like action steps. So fun. You guys, it's closed for this round. The way that Vimify works is you have to start. You can still join on day one, but after that, it's locked. So if you have new coaches, we'll start another round when this one's finished, and we'll clean it out and not revamp it, but reschedule it and give you the link. So just so you guys can be looking at that as you are sharing and inviting. Really quickly, I want to just talk to you. Somebody talked about, asked me a question about recruiting, and it was Twyla. I'm not calling her out, I'm just saying. So here she is, like a star diamond coach, and we all struggle in lots of areas. So hers is recruiting and sharing the business opportunity. And she was the one I said, well, how often are you sharing it? And are you sharing in specific language? Because when I'm not specific, when I am not purposeful in what I'm saying, it doesn't make sense to people, or I reach the wrong people. It's just like it said, pray specifically for what you want or what you need. Don't just pray broad. I mean, God's going to give you whatever you're supposed to be given by Him, but pray specifically. Be very specific in the way that you talk when you are inviting. I want to reach, this is just my typical demographic, moms who love fitness, who are go-getters, no excuses. And you know what? Another demographic that resonates with me, and this was brought, there's two, resonates with me are prior athletes, because I was a competitive runner who was injured, and that's why Beachbody made so much sense as I started cross-training and had great results. So I want to reach those people. I want to reach athletes. And I want to reach military spouses like me, because here's something you might not know about military spouses. We don't have a choice if our spouse leaves. We have to get crap done no matter what. So that attitude translated to business and goals, it's like, well, life's going to happen anyway. I don't have control over when my spouse leaves, when he comes home, all that stuff. I got to do life anyway. Still got to feed these kids. I still got to figure this out. Still got to move us cross country by myself. Nobody else cares. The Air Force doesn't care. You got to get it done. So I want to reach people like that who are like, well, this is what I chose. I'm going to do it. And maybe it's not just military wives. There are other people, but I want you to be purposeful about who you want to reach. Moms is such a broad category. So broad. Don't just say moms. Hi, buddy. He's so cute. I love all the littles in the pictures. Monica's got a herd. So that was something I told Twyla, was invite specifically with the language that resonates with those people. Tell your story. I work with someone who has been helping me with ad copy, like how to talk. And she messaged me. She goes, okay, I want to hear who you were before Beachbody. And I was like, well, I mean, okay. She goes, what pages did you like? And I was like, I didn't like any. I was only on Facebook because I was told to be on it for our high school reunion. But who I was before Beachbody was I was a runner who got up every day at 5 o'clock, even when my husband was deployed. And I ran with my running group, and it sucked. I entered races because when you're a runner, you're weird, and you say you're never going to run a race again, and you sign up for one the same day. So you just keep that cycle of insanity. And she's like, this is good. And I said, and I was injured while running and overtraining and doing too much cardio, and I turned to weights and the pump called Les Mills Pump, or the program called Les Mills Pump. She goes, ooh, this is great. Okay, why aren't you telling this story? And I was like, I don't know. Why am I not telling the story? So it was just funny to have to talk it out with somebody, because she pulled out the things that made me want to be a coach and see that transformation in myself. So just think about that. Maybe you need to go back to who you were before, who you are now, who those people are in your life who would totally connect with that story. You know what I'm saying? And so just a couple of things to think about when you're inviting specifically, inviting purposefully. But then there are also those people, and this is kind of the wild card. You'll have people who will come to you out of the blue and ask, what is coaching? It happened to Tracy Powers today. We were sitting there chatting I talk to my coaches. We were chatting, and she goes, oh my gosh, I just got a message from someone who wants to know more about coaching. I'm talking to her at 2 today. Out of nowhere, just have been watching her. So if you don't think you're reaching people, you're wrong. If you don't think the little things make a difference, you're wrong. If you show up every single day, people will notice. You are going to share something that someone else is going to share with a friend. You are going to share something someday that someone is going to copy and say, this made sense to me, and it's going to impact somebody else, and they're going to follow you and watch you. Nothing more than you sharing your heart. Nothing more than you sharing your personal development. Nothing more than you sharing your personal transformation and doing the daily small things daily. Sound redundant, but I am. So that's kind of what I want to get back to is we're going to celebrate the heck out of the small things. Like just showing up, just being on this call, just doing the vital behaviors, just having a transformation in here, doesn't matter. Transformation is transformation. And I want people to see that Beachbody isn't just a beach body. It's not a size, it's not a weight, it's not a look, it's not how many muscles you have. It's not, wow, your before picture is awesome, so awesome, and your after picture is amazing. It's, what are you willing to do now that you weren't before? Who is the person that you are now that you weren't before? What transformation has taken place since becoming a coach that maybe no one can see? That's the stuff that needs to be shared, because that's the stuff that means more. I want to have a transformation in here. Because honestly, and I'll leave you with this because I have to be across that bridge, and an appointment at 12:15 is not going to happen. You may have seen my life has been hard. I'll just leave it at that for 6 months, and it's not getting any easier. And because of personal development, because of this team, because of being a coach, because of investing in my head, my heart, and you guys investing in me every day, there's a confidence and a courage that wasn't there before. And there is a, don't cry. Okay, pull it together. Peace that wasn't there before. And I think most of you are Christians on our team, like 99.9999%. But somebody said it the other day. There was a jerk who felt it was necessary to text me and call me out about something that I didn't do. And that somebody had relayed, it was soccer. Soccer parents are just ding-dongs. Don't be that parent who like lives vicariously through your kid and thinks they do nothing wrong. A dad texted me. First of all, I think that's inappropriate to text another man's wife and then chastise her and, call her out. But he said, don't make any more derogatory comments about my daughter. She works very hard, and gave me this litany of excuses why she's so awesome. And I said, I can tell you're upset. I didn't cry. So that was bonus, right? Yay for me. I didn't cry. I said, I can tell you're upset. I really wish you had been there to hear the whole conversation, because you weren't. Your daughter's amazing. She works very hard. We all know that. We all see that. I will never discount that. And I have never been a person to, you know me, I've never been one to criticize any of our girls. So I don't know where this is coming from, or what your wife may have misheard, but I would encourage you to get your facts straight. And this is the reason why I don't sit out here and talk with y'all, because you are negative and you criticize and critique other people. And I let him have it with love. He showed his butt by texting me. And then what was really cool was I sent that. I took a picture of it. I sent it to my husband, because I think I should. I sent it to the coach and I said, have a great year, coach. These are your parents. I'll be in my car. And the next morning, the picture from Proverbs 31 Ministries said, Jesus. Right? All that matters. So I was like, bam, thanks for being a jerk face. Thanks for, texting me and just being a complete ding dong. But really, I don't care what you think of me. And I want you guys to remember that as you're sharing and posting and sharing inspiration and showing people what you've been able to accomplish by investing in yourself and in others daily, is they don't matter. They can unfollow you, like Josh Coates said. You're never going to know. They can unfollow you. They can block you. Great. That doesn't change the journey that you're on. That doesn't change the person you are becoming. That doesn't change the fact that you don't cash. What's the slogan? You can't cash their opinions, or something like that. Like their opinions aren't paying the bills, whatever. It's a thing. It only matters that you're doing something that is impacting other people's lives. That's what I want you guys to remember. And that's the culture that I want to get back to on this team, is we are out. We are here doing this for a reason. And it has everything to do with a transformation here and helping other people. Like, your goals may be huge. They may be paying for college, bringing a spouse home. They may be replacing an income. I don't know what it is. Maybe you don't have financial goals. You just want to help people. Great. I want you to own that. And that is your focus every single day. And that's why you get over yourself when you invite. And that's why you get over yourself when you post. Because it's not about you. It has everything to do with other people. And you know what's going to happen because of that? You're going to be so filled up and so blessed, you can't wait to do it again. You can't wait to do it again. And then people are going to be like, you are so energetic. Like, what the heck are you drinking every day? Oh, it's called Energize. But I'm just high on life. And it's only because, like, there's a story there. There's a lead in, and people are watching. So you guys ignite that fire, that passion, that flame, and be that change, and leave a legacy that just changes lives. Because that's the culture that we're working on here. Okay? You guys have anything to say? Hold on. Now you're all unmuted.
Hey, I have an idea. What about...
I muted all of you on my computer too. What about my appointment in 7 minutes? Yeah, I know.
What about an about me thing? All of us can go on and just like show tidbits about ourselves, what we do when we're not coaches.
Like what we form. I love it.
Yeah, or like a little video of ourselves, or just a post like, hey, something you don't know about me. I like this to eat this. I like to do this. And
I love it.
Right? I don't know. It just came to me.
It's cute because you can be like, I'm a closet, I'm a junkie.
That's right. That's right.
It would be really cute to do like collages or a little video. That's a great challenge. I love it. We should do that.
Yeah, just take turns. Like whoever. You want to call out people, or they just post every day. Like,
I just think we could have like this hilarious thread.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really derby. I do roller skate derby, and my nickname is, I don't know, my friend is a roller derby girl, and I'm just like, what in the world? and it's this whole other persona. It's hilarious, and I love it, but it's so her. But I would have never known that about her because she's like PTO and mom of 3. And I'm all, fishnet stockings? You're like monster mommy. What the heck? So I love it.
That's right. I think it'll really help let down that guard like that you were talking about before. Everybody's just like afraid. And when everybody starts being silly and real, I think like that would let down that guard a little bit. I think it'd be a good idea. I don't know. Just came to me.
That's cute. That's cute. Hi, guys. I gotta go. You're welcome to stay on, and I'll just leave my computer plugged in, and then you guys can it'll record for 5 hours. But I have to go get lashes put on my lashes because I have blonde short lashes, and I can't wear mascara. Try it off today. So I'll be here, but I'm gonna go get my lashes done.
Lauren. That'll be your first About Me post. Just post yourself getting the eyelashes on. Okay? Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not allowed to wear makeup, but I'm dressed. So there you go.
Great.
So
have fun.
Wait, 2 people chatted. What did you guys say? The Vimify is so great, right? Good for you, the better person. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's hard because guess what? We have soccer tonight, and I know he'll be there. I'll be like, hi, it's so great to see you. I'm going to life group at church to learn about Jesus.
Yeah.
So, we'll post it.
Sorry. Bye. Have a great day.
Bye,